Welcome to ednews.com. We have breaking news out of Florida. Governor DeSantis just eliminated the high-stakes standardized testing, FSA, in Florida to turn to program monitoring in the state. What does that mean? What does that look like? Well, let's dive into the announcement. So what we're looking at here is Governor DeSantis announces end of high-stakes FSA testing to become the first state in the nation to fully transition to progress monitoring. The governor announced legislative proposal that will eliminate the Common Core end-of-the-year high-stake Florida Statewide Assessment and create a Florida Assessment of Student Thinking, which is the acronym F.A.S.T plan. But as we really look at this, what's important about this is that it's really kind of pinning the student at the center, customizing the learning, but then looking at what does this mean? Because a lot of this is about informing parents quicker. And I know there's a lot around parent involvement in schools and what does that look like. And we know that Florida is also in the news for a lot of other things around what we teach students and how we teach students. So it's going to be interesting how we go from a Common Core where we all kind of been, really excited to kind of move away from these high stakes standardized testing. But now with something like this, what does that look like? So there's some kind of bullet points here of what this could look like. So first, it's this first state in the nation to switch from end-of-year assessments to state standard aligned progress monitoring for accountability. Minimizing the stress of testing to 3 much shorter tests in the fall, winter, and spring that will inform students, teachers, and parents about students' growth rather than a single lengthy end-of-the-year assessment that halts learning and leaves zero opportunity for improvements. Reducing testing time an average of 75% through progress monitoring and increasing the time teaching and providing more timely, usable feedback to help students reach their unique goals. Now, there's this cool little kind of flyer here. Florida is the first state in the nation to fully transition to progress monitoring. What's new about it? Hours rather than days to administer. 3 opportunities to check in on growth. 75% less testing time equals more time for learning. Inform teachers so they can better help students based on new best standards, which I need to see more of what that means, the best standards. Customizable, unique to each student. Timely data during the school year. Give schools 2 opportunities to improve. They did talk about how DeSantis was announcing this at a school that went from a D grade to a C grade on this new progress, assessment. Right. So the outdated one was obviously takes days to administer, less learning time, high stakes testing for schools, puts a lot of pressures on teachers. All in all, this to me feels like a big win. And hopefully we see something like this across states. My only worry, about it is that, it really kind of talks like if you really look down here, it says will inform students, teachers, and parents about the individual student growth rather than providing feedback at the end of the year. So I just know that the health relationship between parents and students and Governor DeSantis said, the goal is to revise and refresh the parent-teacher dynamic, which is desperately needed. But what does that look like in today's era? We will see. But I think this is big news, especially as I think pre-pandemic, I don't know if we ever really saw such a movement being able to happen. But now that we've been able to innovate, see that we can flex the system when crises happen, why can't we flex the system when we need to innovate and upgrade our systems and how we measure students? So win out of Florida. Love to know what you think. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe as we stay updated on what happens next.